or I'll see something.
And then she'll be like, it happened.
And then they send me a picture of exactly what I dreamed.
No.
So yesterday I was like, I have dreams. It is not even a joke. Like, legit. So yesterday I was like, you know, I ain't speak to Yolanda and Big Yolanda, that's not my mom. I was like, I gotta call them, see if they was enjoying this Bad Bunny stuff. Because they're like, in Puerto Ricans, but they was raised in Harlem, so in New York, like Puerto Ricans and blacks is pretty much the same thing.
Right.
Right? So I called Big Yolanda today. Your mom, but it was this little older lady. I said, I'm gonna explain how she looked. She's short, she's dark, her hair's kind of gray, her nails are long and red. She got a red capris and a white shirt and a gold chain, brown sandals. Like, because in my dream,
it's so real.
I started like looking at stuff. I mean, like something is with this, right? So she's talking to me in Spanish. All they people talk to me in Spanish in my dream. I never understand. No, barely. Never understand it until I get up and then you give me the message. Like in my dream, I was like, so I'm like, this lady kind of look like Sunny Cruz, but I don't want to be kind of, you know, whatever. So I'm like, listen, Yolanda, I had a dream, a little old lady, not really old, I'm telling her this, she goes, her niece, she's like, that's my godmother, Daisy. She was like, the outfit she's telling me about, I have a picture of her in that outfit. She says, I said, so she tells me, to tell you hi. She's thinking about you. She missed you. She can't wait to see you. Are you like? And then she's telling me something like she's not right. She's like, Denise, I had a stroke. I just came home from the hospital last week. She was like, and the colors, you know, a lot of Puerto Ricans are into Santeria and stuff like that. She was like, the colors. She's like in the religion. She's you know, she represents Shango. Those are the colors. I said, yo. I was like, she was like, and you telling me, she was like, so you got some people to say she looked like. I was like, but I was fixated on her nails because she's talking, whatever. She was like, I'm gonna send you the picture. She was like, but right now I'm on my medicine. I'm kind of tired. I said, okay. So I called her daughter, who's my best friend growing up. I'm like, yo, why you wouldn't tell me your mom had a stroke? Like, you can't not tell me stuff like that. Like, I'm not just a friend, pretty much a family. I was like, yo, I had a dream about some old lady. And I'm telling her, she's like, no, that's when I dreamed of Daisy, blah, blah, blah. She was like, no, she was crazy. She was like, that's nuts. Yes. One day,
we were just, this happened last night, but we were just talking about it yesterday.
Yes, I had a dream one time. I went, her grandmother lived in the projects. And I went to the projects, and her grandmother, like, spoke Spanish, and she was telling me to, like, come to the back room. And then she looked in her drawer, and I'm standing there, and I'm, like, watching the curtains move back and forth. And she goes, give this to Yo-Yo. And she hands me white bandana. I called my friend, I'm like, yo, how did you meet your grandma? She said, give this to you. I think she feels like you feel better. She said, Lenise, FaceTime me right now. I FaceTime her, she's on the bus. She was like, I got on my grandmother's white bandana. She was like, I felt like I was missing her so much. She was like, I went and got her bandana, put it on. I was like, where I go?
Actually,
that's crazy.
That's
like
because it's so many things. Like
it be detailed things, like details. Like she'll be sitting there and like she was like peeling the orange one day, and she's telling me I don't think something.
It's the fact that it's so vivid in your brain, because you know sometimes we can't remember our dreams. So the fact that your brain is like holding it and keeping every little detail like that is crazy.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. My dream, my problem is I be having an intense dream and then I wake up out of it.
Forget it all.
And then I be like, and I try to go back, whole different dream. I be mad at this.
Yeah, and then you can't remember it really.
I be fine. As soon as you wake up, if the dream is on your mind, don't move. Just stay there and just think about it for a second. When you think about it, you'll capture it and then write it down. As soon as you get up and you go to the bathroom or you move to turn to something else, it's gone. I promise.
Like out of your mind completely.
It don't even gotta do that. Like if I wake up, like I dream a lot. Like I don't dream as much anymore, but I used to. And like
they say we dream every night though, actually.
If I do, I don't.
No, you don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember nothing.
Yeah, they say we dream every night, but sometimes when we wake up, we
place, name, location, like even random people would be in my dream. I was like, I don't know why he was in my dream, but he was in my dream. Now I just go to sleep and wake up. So whatever happens, nah.
I dreamt my first son's passing before I had him. Like a year before I had him.
Like before you even knew, right?
I had a dream that I was at my best friend's house and they was having a funeral in the living room. And there was a little coffin. And I remember saying, wow, it's angels on the ends, right? And I looked and there was a baby, her baby, dressed in white. And then she had called me, like, you know, dreams go back and forth. She called me from the hospital and was like, Deja died. I was like, no, like, but I could see her on the phone with me. The next year, I have a baby. My son is born early. I'm in the hospital for like 5 months with him. The day he passed away, her and her mother just left. I called them back on the phone. The same phone that she called me on. When I went to my son's funeral, I was focused and I was like, yo, this is the same exact coffin that baby was in. And the outfit, the white little bonnet, everything. I was like, yo, this is...
It's so sad. I didn't know you had to stay in the hospital for 5 months.
5 months. He had his first heart
So he was
operation
fighting.
at 3 weeks. He had an open heart at 3 months.
Was he premature?
So he was born like right before I hit 8 months. So he was like 7.5 months or whatever. And he had like something called intraceptive defect in his heart, where like it was a large separation. So he had like his second heart surgery was open heart. His chest had to stay open, but like a plastic over it, so until the swelling go down. Like he went in like,
You seen it?
like you can see like a big plastic his chest, so you see it beat.
You gotta keep it open because
Yes.
his sisters, yes, that and his body's so small, the swelling doesn't have anywhere to go. So
Yes.
being that it's too much pressure. If they close it up,
It'll
it'll be way too much.
collapse,
Yeah, it's too much pressure in the inside of the body.
No.
So then once it went down, and then at 5 months, like right before he made 5 months, he was supposed to get a pacemaker, get his third surgery, and then come home. Right? And then he got sick. And I always like that's why like with my kids, it was all my attention. All my attention. I was in the hospital and I was like, Dad, I'm like here every day. I want to go see this, you know, his father was different. I was like, I want to go see this guy because he was kind of treating Dad. I want to go get him to come maybe spend some time in the hospital. I was like, here by myself. And I looked at my baby, watching the Charlotte Hornets game. I was like, oh my God, you're not going to take a nap? He's looking at whatever. He took a nap. That was the last time I saw him alive. I left out. I was like, listen, I'm going to this house. Call me if anything. As soon as I got there, they were like, you guys turn back around. He went through cardiac arrest. I was like, what? That was on a Friday. All day, he went through cardiac arrest. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. The next day, the same thing. Then his organs started to
But it
fail.
was as soon as you left.
As soon as I left, I felt like I rushed him to like sleep, and I never forget that. So like my kids be staying up late, I'm like, too much I got to do.
You're like, it's
not
okay.
rushing. If they don't want to go anywhere, I don't pressure them. And then he passed away, right? And I'm like, sheesh. And I was having dreams.
So he was with a different guy, that baby?
And then I was like having dreams, like constantly, about me digging up a baby. Crazy. With mad red and white beads. So my son was born on December 4th. If you're not into Santeria, that's fine. I wasn't, right? But December 4th is the day of Shango in the religion. He's like this Nigerian god or whatever. And he was red and white. And anyone born on his birthday is supposed to be like celebrated in a weird, like a special way, right? So that his birthday was December 4th. I had him, I would dream that I dug up a baby and was on a run and people was after me, and like I would be in like the funeral home, the flowers would be dead and I had red and white leaves, and I'm holding a baby that's brown. But in my mind I'm thinking he's brown because I dug him up, right? No, like this baby got big hands, but I'm holding him. My son didn't have big hands because he was little. So I'm holding him. I had this dream for like years.
The same dream.
The same dream, constantly replaying. 2 years later, different. I get with the girls. I have them. Lucky looks exactly like him. I was scared of her because I was like, yo, like, how you have a baby that looks exactly the same?
As soon as she came out, she looked like him.
Yes. Once 5 months hit, I'm like, alright, she's here to stay. And then she's meaty. I'm gonna have to hold her. You know, she's
I'm
mine.
gonna have to hold her.
Yeah. No, because I used to hold her like she
mine.
needed attention.
Right.
Like, you already lay her down, let me her face on my face like this. I have my son 9 years after that. And that is the baby that I was holding. The hands were the same. My son has like a little scar down his chest, stops just where, but everybody has a separation. You know that, right? You have like these lines of separation.
Yeah.
But it looked like my first son's. My son's social security number is my first son's birthday and death date in complete order. Like you put it on a tombstone. My son was born with the biggest, like he has big hands. I was like, that doesn't really. So
that was the baby in your
I
dream.
feel like God gave me everything and more, you know. And
even though you had to go through that, that's so sad that you had to go through that with your first baby though, because then that you were traumatized like through having your other babies.
If you think about it though, all this stuff that happened in the Bible, it's always trauma first.
Yeah.
Oh, the book of Job.
Like, it's always trauma first before stuff gets like good and better. So like it's always like that. It's never gonna be like, oh, good things first, unless it's before they found Jesus.
Yes, it's just if you have the faith. I read the book of Job. You know the book of Job story, that right? I read that the entire time I was in the hospital.
Job is just crazy though. Job is just literally, I'm talking about trials and tribulations the whole time. Like there's nothing positive in there. Like, Job is going.
But that was the test.
For sure.
When my son passed away, because they was like, all right, we working on him now. The doctor came out. He looked exhausted. He was like, I was just okay. He said he passed out. I looked at my mom, she paced. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell this lady my grandkid died. Like my mom, my first thing was like,
you wasn't even think about yourself.
Right, and I was like, no, God, you got me. And I believe that.
Roll your foot.
You're right. I believe that. You know, God has me. And I believe that, like, with my kids, they are, like, blessed. Anything they say they're going to do, they're going to do.
That part.
I
you were
prayed
calm.
over them. I was calm. People was like, yo, Lucy bugged out. Her baby died, she walking around here smiling. I'm like, you don't know what I go through out here.
Lead me beside the still waters.
Word.
Restores my soul.
Yeah, it will.
Hello.
Tell you what, it's crazy.
The old people don't think spread about it. We living off of the old people spreaders, you know that, right? Somebody pray for me.
And then superpower. Pretty fire.
Yeah.
Kind of scary sometimes. It's just too many things. Like, you know, sometimes be like, yours was like, nah, it was. I said, dang.
Like literally to a T.
That's what I'm saying. Like, to a T. It don't even be like, oh, it said it was red in my dream, but it was green. You know when I see
it was
it was red. It was this shade of red. Like,
yes, and it's a covering.
Oh, most definitely, without a doubt. How that shake tasted.
Yeah, but I'm gonna leave it.
Fuck out of here. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Hey chat. I'm busy. Dang, I've been here. But I've been busy, Tay. I've been busy. What y'all want me to do? Chat, I'm about to sit down for a minute. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I love y'all though. But what's up, guys? Talk to y'all.